Once upon a time, in the bright and cheerful Kingdom of Sunbeam, there lived a kind and jolly king named King Cedric. King Cedric was loved by everyone, from the grandest knight to the tiniest mouse in the royal kitchens. But there was one thing that made him even more special: his wonderful parrot, Polly. Polly was not just any parrot. She had the sweetest voice anyone had ever heard. Every morning, as the sun peeked over the castle walls, Polly would fly around the royal gardens and sing the most beautiful tunes. Her songs were so lovely that even the flowers seemed to smile, and the trees swayed in time with the music. King Cedric adored Polly, and every time she sang, his heart would fill with joy. He would sit on his grand throne, tapping his fingers happily on the armrest as Polly perched on his shoulder, chirping her sweetest notes. One sunny afternoon, after a grand feast had been held in the castle, King Cedric had an idea. "Why don't we take Polly's beautiful singing to the people?" he asked his royal adviser, Sir Whiskerbottom, the wise old cat who had been at the king's side for many years. Sir Whiskerbottom nodded his fluffy head. "A wonderful idea, Your Majesty. A concert in the town square would surely bring great joy to all the villagers." And so, the very next day, the town square was filled with bustling people, curious children, and the sweetest scent of freshly baked pies. The town band set up their instruments, and the royal musicians tuned their violins and flutes. Everyone was eagerly waiting for the star of the show, Polly the singing parrot. When Polly took her perch on the royal stage, the crowd went silent in awe. King Cedric stood proudly beside her, smiling at the eager faces in the crowd. "Ladies and gentlemen, and all you merry folk of Sunbeam," he announced, "prepare yourselves for the sweetest song you've ever heard." Polly fluttered her feathers, and then, with a twinkle in her bright eyes, began to sing. "Oh, the sun is shining bright, and the birds are flying high. Let's all sing a song of joy as the clouds go sailing by." The sound of Polly's voice filled the square, as soft and sweet as a breeze on a warm summer day. The children clapped their hands and danced around. The older villagers smiled contentedly, and even the baker stopped kneading his dough to listen. Polly sang song after song, her melodies lifting everyone's spirits. Each note she sang seemed to make the flowers bloom brighter, and the sun shone even warmer. King Cedric couldn't stop smiling, his heart swelling with pride as he watched the happiness spread throughout his kingdom. After the concert, Polly flew down from the stage and landed gracefully on King Cedric's shoulder. The crowd cheered, and the king bowed to them, his face glowing with happiness. "Thank you, Polly," King Cedric said, stroking her bright feathers. "You've brought such joy to the people of Sunbeam." Polly tilted her head and chirped in reply, her eyes sparkling. "It's my pleasure, Your Majesty. I love to sing for everyone." The people of Sunbeam talked about Polly's concert for days. From that day on, King Cedric and Polly held a special singing festival every year, where the parrot would sing her heart out, and the whole kingdom would gather to dance, laugh, and enjoy the music. And so, the Kingdom of Sunbeam was filled with even more joy, thanks to Polly's sweet songs and King Cedric's kindness. Together, they made the kingdom the happiest place in the land.